I can't wait to see Pep against Jose, see what our Conte is going to do. Klopp finally, having Liverpool in a proper pre-season with them. So, you know, but at the end of the day, the players have to do the talking. You do a lot of tactics, a lot of talking. We are going to talk about what one said about the other one and the battles. But, you know, now it's time for the players to talk. I see City winning it, but just. My big hope, as you can imagine, is always Arsenal to win it, but it becomes a hope more and more year by year. I hope finally it can be this year, but I think City will edge it. Having said that, you have big teams that are not going to play in Europe. Big teams that are not going to play in Europe, that can be an advantage. On another side, also, the three managers, Conte, Mourinho, and Pep Guardiola. How long is it going to take for their team to gel? Can it be an advantage for Arsenal because the manager's been there for a long time? Pochettino has been at Tottenham now for a little while. Klopp now is at the pre-season. Hernri, again, he's been there. So are they going to take advantage of those guys not gelling right from the start? But what about if they do gel right from the start? So who knows what's going to happen? We're going to have to wait and see. But I think that some of the teams that are not going to play in Europe is going to be a massive advantage. Intense. He's intense. He wants to dominate. He wants to control everything. He wants to know everything. He wants to be in charge of everything. It's just intense, you know. So you have to be ready to cope with that. It's not an easy thing to do. And he said it himself. After 2-3 years, it doesn't stay too long sometimes at the club because the level of intensity that he has from his player and of his player, it's not an easy one to deal with, but he's been successful wherever he went. Yes, at the end of the day, you might tell me that he didn't win the Champions League with Bayern Munich, but that's how great he is. Now he's getting judged on winning or not the Champions League, so that tells you the level of the man. They tried to get Vardy. They went for a striker, right? And he turned it down. I mean, I respect his choice and everything, and I admire that. But for me as a fan, he turned Arsenal down. You know, I was like, really? But I mean, fair play and good luck to him. Then, you know, they got Xhaka. It didn't look like they were going for defenders, but obviously you followed what happened, and they're going to have to go for one or maybe two. And one thing that I would say, you know, they tried to get Vardy, and Vardy turned it down. Maybe play Sanchez as a striker alone, or what I would like to see is Sanchez behind Giroud. You can see how Giroud can be great how great he was at the Euro playing with Griezmann, and we all know how great Sanchez is, whether he's on the wing. But I think he can be more lethal if he plays in the middle like he does in a more free role when he plays with Chile. How you're up on the field? Well, we all know that Rooney is going to want to play that number 10 role. Well, he looks. I don't know how Mourinho is going to set up his team. Who knows? You know, he might have tried some stuff. He had to make sure that those players were not in the frame of that Van Gaal system. Also, he had to change that, so that won't be an easy thing for him to deal with. But on another side, you saw Pogba playing as a holding midfielder at times for France at the Euro. He did a job, you know, but I think sometimes he loses his focus if the ball passes him, then he loses his focus when he has to run that way. You know, as long as the game is in front of him, he can deal with that. I think for me, if you have Pogba in your team, you have to use him as a 10 or one holding too high. You know, if you know what I mean, not two holding one, but whatever it is, but higher position and holding midfielder. I think he can be lethal. He can see your pass. He's skillful. There's a certain charisma about him. You know, he's always smiling, dancing when he scores. He does, you know, whatever he does, haircut, but he delivers. So hopefully he can be a great player for Man United. I think it's great also for the Premier League to have a player like that. People are going to talk about the price tag. Obviously, it's going to be massive. But Zlatan said it himself, just selling his shirts already covered the price of a Pogba. So it is what it is. At the end of the very day, all we want is those guys to play well, entertain us, And well, I'm not a Man United fan, but if you're a Man United fan, you want that guy to succeed and play well for you.